You're Near the Wild with Matt Becker and John Norris, recorded in Anchorage, Alaska.
Hello?
Mr. Matt Becker.
You sound great.
What's that? Huh? What? What did I do?
You sound great. You sound perfect coming in. Your clarity is unbearable.
Did you get new headphones or something?
No, I'm still just,
All right. Well, thank you.
Uh-huh.
Okay, how do we go from there?
Yeah. Well, Cyril is no more.
Oh, man, I wasn't going to bring it up.
No, I know. But it is one of those things. We took him in today and had to do it because he lost control of his front legs. So once he did that, he's just looking at you going, help. And then you go, you're just being a masochist if you keep him now. So.
And did you guys ever consider perhaps a cart, a little two-wheel cart up front?
We did until his front legs went out. It was like a neurological thing.
Yeah.
Where he was like, his back legs weren't working. And then we could get a cart, and we talked about it. And the last 2 days, his front legs that went out. So he just basically could stand up and then fall and hit his head.
Flop over.
And yeah, you can only watch that so many times. So
John just instant messages me that he's taking his dog out real quick. I assume that's
rub it in, get gas.
Or is he just taking it to go to do its business, or is he jumping on the bandwagon?
Yeah, these things happen. The villages, they have that happen. Kid kills himself and he goes, "Wait, I don't have to do the math test on Friday." Sweet. So, but yeah.
Well, it's always a very somber moment. I mean, that was when Tracy's dog Cyrus was just. It was to the point where this. Now why are we doing this? Why are we prolonging this?
And that was exactly where we were at. We were exactly at that where we went. It's going to be self-fulfilling if you continue past this point. Yeah. And you could tell. I mean, we do everything with our dogs. You know that. I mean, they sleep at night in bed with us, and we wake up with them, and we, So it was tough.
Yeah.
But it was good. He was a great dog. He will always be a great dog.
Long live Cyril.
Yep. To Cyril.
Yep. Oh, here, yeah, I'm doing a margarita, but
wait, a stereotype, you dick.
In honor of Cyril, I'm drinking a margarita because he loved margaritas. No, I started making it, but like when you go into a restroom and you really got to take a dump and you forget to look for toilet paper before you sit down, I went to try and make my margarita and I forgot to look for all the ingredients. And so I'm 2/3 into the 3 ingredients for a margarita, and I realized this is going to be a weird margarita. Now, right now, this is just lime juice and tequila. Which is that like a snake bite or something? No, that's whiskey and tequila. No, that's whiskey and lime juice, right?
Yeah.
Snake bite.
And snake bite is Yukon Jack.
Yukon Jack.
Yeah. But you basically have a scratch margarita there if you just add some water and then throw a little sour. You have no sour of any kind.
Well, the sour is the lime juice, and then the tequila, and then the triple sec adds a little of the sweet.
Because the scratch margarita is basically that.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. So you have a scratch margarita. You have a high grade margarita. You've made the blue meth, dude.
Well, no, the problem was I didn't have the sweet. that was the thing I was missing. And then I ended up finding tucked away somewhere some strawberry daiquiri mix, and then that worked.
Oh, now you're TGF Fridays.
Oh, totally.
And some orange juice that's about to go bad.
Yeah, I couldn't find orange juice either. There's grapefruit, and then I'm going, how far away do I want to get away from sweet and still try and pretend I'm making a margarita here for the recently departed Cyril? I mean, come on. It's got to be a margarita. So this is a strawberry margarita with lime juice, with a lime juice float.
To be fair, if Cyril had all his ingredients, we wouldn't have had to do this. So I think you made the ideal margarita for Cyril. It's missing some things,
but it'll still get you where you want to go.
But yeah, anyway, Becky took him into the vet, and the vet goes, well, like his back hair is kind of weird and his ears are kind of uneven. And Becky had to explain to the vet, no, he's always been like that. Like she had, and he goes, his back legs he can't jump. She goes, well, that's his concern. She goes, well, that was since he was born. And she goes, all the symptoms? Wait, so Becky had to weed through and go, no, that's normal. That tongue hanging out once in a while, that's normal.
Those aren't deficiencies. Those are features.
Mm-hmm. The lady goes, you should have put this thing down years ago. I go, why don't I just stand here and let you put it down?
Wrong putting it down. Let's see here. Let me see if I can add Mr. John Norris now.
Hello.
Hey, there's John.
There's John Norris.
Hey, guys.
Hey.
Hi, John.
I am super hungry. I should have eaten before podcasting, but here we are. Let's do it.
Well, can you get a cocktail or a beverage, or are you going back to work? Are you at work?
I am going back to work, but I'll just eat after we podcast. I like to be hungry for it because that keeps me, on top of my game.
I mean, you knew we were doing this, right?
I knew, but I was actually at work. We were flying a drone this morning, and I just forgot to eat.
Did you break any laws this time?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, because
stop worrying about it.
The drone is that exciting that you can forget to eat and do other things that you should be doing?
Yeah, kind of. It is pretty fun.
That is
pretty fun. It's pretty fun.
I'm diving into the drone too.
I recommend it.
Yep.
Was there a payload of any sort on this drone, or is this just up and down and loop-de-loops?
Just a camera. We were just filming some footage, getting some of that sweet aerial footage.
I'm making an app.
Are you?
Drone app. Yeah, that if you're on a bike trail and you have dog poop, you just leave it there and the drone comes, picks it up, gets rid of it for you.
That is sounds complicated, but I like it.
It's called Poo to You. It's good.
I'd pay for that service.
I'm in.
Well, the beauty is the city will pay for that service.
Well, the real trick is where am I dumping it? But I have a drone, I can dump it anywhere.
Yeah, really. So don't get Becker mad at you.
Yeah. That's a separate app I'm going to have is, hey, want to give it with your friends?
Hey, shithead.
Yeah. Want to shit on their wedding?
So what, John, the drone today, was this, was this test shots or, I mean, this is something the company has bought and you guys were just goofing around or were you actually doing something?
I'm getting some shots. I'm making a promo video for the new Alaska Public Media mobile phone app.
Okay.
So that you could be connected at all times.
That's important.
Yeah. I don't know how important it is, but
off?
I'm making a promo for it. It never shuts off. That's how these things work, Becker. Technology doesn't shut off anymore. It's always watching.
So you're just like one live Periscope with PBS.
Basically. Except, I don't know. Do people still use Periscope?
No, I think it's gone now.
I think Chaille's the last one.
I'm it.
You are Periscope.
We got really drunk the other night and I can't remember what well, it was the alcohol, absolutely the culprit here. And at one point Doug decided let's just trash this place. But we were drunk, so we weren't really figuring out how to do this or whatever. So we set this up like all these papers. So, like when you just throw a newspaper up in the air and that will make the place look like a ghetto because it'll just be paper everywhere. It'll look shitty. So we just kind of set it up that way. And then I distinctly remember hitting, okay, I'm going to start. And I go to hit start. And after I know I hit start and I'm seeing it count down, I hear, tell me when to go. Which doesn't really bode well for us pulling this off as being spontaneous. We were trying to make it. We were trying to make an angry video to Spandau Ballet's "True."
You should have got a clapperboard and went, take 3.
All right.
Reset, everyone. We're gonna take this from the left side. Yeah. So I don't know, but we were so drunk, I didn't even remember it until the next day when I looked at all the people retweeting it and stuff. So
yeah, we do angry videos too. We just throw pizza boxes and syringes.
Yeah,
but very similar.
We went low budget. By the way, Doug's book is already starting to mail.
Yeah, I saw that. I noticed that people hack C's in the lower 48 are already showing up with hard copies. Yeah. I got a digital version. They're making me wait till the 10th. You can't hit send quicker, Amazon.
Yeah, I think that is specifically because there might be some kind of a deal to where they can't the digitals can't hit because they could send them anytime. They could have sent them when this was approved, I don't know. I don't know how this works, but
I'm a Prime member.
Yeah.
I don't understand why I have to wait for anything.
I also question. I'm also going to buy the digital version so I can read it on my phone while I'm standing in line at the post office. And the digital version is 54 cents more expensive than the hardcover book.
Yeah, that's another thing I don't understand. I don't know.
Is that a convenience fee or?
That's the saving paper fee.
Yeah, but it turns out I use bandwidth to get it, so that actually costs me more.
We're still burning oil.
They actually they plant a tree every time you buy the digital copy, but you have to buy the tree.
You have to buy the 54-cent tree.
You have to pay the Boy Scout to go out there with a shovel and plant that thing.
But see, I didn't use a tree. Why are you charging me for a tree? Charge the people buy a book.
No, you used a tree. They planted a tree in your name. Thank you very much for your service.
But I shouldn't have to replace the hardcover people's trees.
You're right.
They cut down a tree, they throw it in a furnace, it creates the electricity that powers the computers that sends you the digital copy.
So you're still using the trees, Becker. You're not clean. You're not clean in this murder.
I say we raise the tax on Alcoholics Anonymous for all the drinkers. Dicks.
Well, I get my book. I think I just got a notice today that it's it's shipped. I mean, there's publisher copies around here that he's got, but yeah, I get mine next week, I think, or this week sometime. But we are going to sell them. I got a way to sell them on DougStanhope.com too, so you can always check there.
Can I get mine signed?
I don't know. Can you?
By Johnny Depp?
Digitally?
Yeah, I want to have him sign my phone.
You'll have to plant a tree.
Yeah, no, it's good. The excerpts were very funny. It was good.
Yeah,
all that.
I can't wait. I can't wait to read it. And it is I'm looking at it right now on Amazon, #1 bestseller in comedy.
It is. Yeah. So Doug's going to talk about that on the next podcast about being on lists and what it means to the capo press and all the marketing and stuff like that. It's not really for me to say, but yeah, if you tune in to Doug Stanhope podcast, he'll talk about all that and what's going on and where it's at and everything. It's kind of exciting. So.
And Bisbee's #1. What's it like living in the #1 historical city?
I gotta tell you, it is really exciting. You know, the sun is a little brighter, the sky is a little bluer. It's pretty amazing. I mean, just the vibe.
The javelinas are wearing neckties.
Well, now the javelinas will tip their hat to you before they try to gore you.
Good day, sir.
Good day, sir. Yeah, it's good. Tonight is the city council meeting, but I don't think we're attending. It will be interesting in the future city council meetings that Doug attends because it's gotta mean something bottom line, and that's really what these people assemble for, talking about bottom lines and how to promote the city and how to keep it running. So yeah, this was very very little sweat equity, to get.
If it doesn't make the city council meeting, it's probably going to make the police beat. Chad Shagg's coming.
That's always that possibility.
How's Castle Rock Kenny doing?
These guys.
I have a question. Are you guys running their Twitter accounts?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Are those real?
John, I think maybe if you're asking too many questions, maybe you're at the wrong press conference.
Oh my God.
Maybe you won't be allowed in.
I was laughing so hard at their the Twitter conversation they were having. Like, you want to smoke a bowl? And then it's like, my mom's dead. Oh, I'm sorry, bro. I didn't know. Do you still want to smoke a bowl? Yeah, let me ask my mom if I can borrow the car. I was laughing. I laughed for like, oh my God. I woke up. I think I saw that last night, and then I woke up and was still laughing about it.
John, what we've done is we've actually tied a small little lav mic into their smartphone, and it is basically it is tweeting their actual conversations.
It's the best.
Yeah, that's Kenny for mayor. At Kenny for mayor and at Derrick for mayor. DERRICK. And
is one of them going to drop out if clearly one's the leader so you don't split the vote?
They're all in it to win it.
Okay.
We just found out that they had the first debate, the mayoral debate, and there are seven candidates that have filled out the paperwork and are trying to amass the 102 signatures they need. But they ended up having a debate a week and a half ago. And there's a rule that the only people who can participate in any debates after the first debate are the participants of the first debate. So there will be more debates forthcoming, but only the 2 people who showed up for the first underpublicized one can actually attend and participate in the debates.
Wow, I whoever came up with that law, I'll vote for that guy. Guy's a genius.
That doesn't seem like
fair,
shady, does it?
And remember, all notices will be published in Spanish.
I mean, this is democracy, guys. It's not supposed to be fair.
Yeah. Well, if you enjoyed the tweets from the Bisbee mayoral candidates, Castle Rock Kenny and Derek, then I would suggest listening to the last Doug Stanhope podcast where the 2 candidates in question, Kenny and Derek, actually present their 3 planks in their platform.
All right. I'm downloading.
You will. Oh, I'll give you a tease. Does Derek know how to spell his name?
Can't wait.
Yeah, that's I fell asleep. I had it on and I fell asleep with it running. So isn't that funny when you fall asleep? So somewhere in the recess of my mind, it kept playing. So I don't know.
Yeah, I've had to discover the way. There's a sleep timer on there, so I listen to it in 15 or 20-minute blocks because if you go to sleep listening to, I don't know, if you're listening to the Doug Stanhope podcast and then all of a sudden it ends and then goes to the next one, which could be the Sword and Scale. I don't know if you guys, it's all about murder, unsolved crimes, or like weird so killings. Yeah, that's a little rough.
Nightmare fuel.
Yeah, nightmare fuel.
Isn't that funny though? Yeah, because you go, so you're saying that if I listen to Doug Stanhope, I want the murder one next. Yeah. I mean, like you've been pigeonholed as that. I go, yeah. If I listen to, you might awake angry at the Doug Stanhope podcast if you listen to him in the order that I listen to him. So yeah, use the sleep timer. You can fall asleep in 20 minutes.
What? Do you just use the iTunes app to listen to podcasts?
I listen on Stitcher.
Yeah, Stitchers.
Oh, okay.
I have auto download through podcast. Your app on podcast, it'll just automatically download.
Yeah.
I use an app called Podcaster. And it's awesome.
There's another one that someone turned me on to because we were having problems at one time with the Doug Stanhope podcast with people getting them all. And someone turned me on to this thing called Overcast.
Oh no, the one I use is called PocketCast. That's what it is.
All right.
And I've been using it for a while. I think I even paid for it. I paid like $2 for it or something, and it was worth it.
What's yours called? PocketCast?
PocketCast.
All right.
And how's that different than all the other ones that are free?
I just like the interface. It organizes things a lot better. The interface is a lot better. You can set your subscriptions to auto download, but then you can set limits on it so it's not downloading like everything.
That's like every not to discredit PocketCast, but that's really the kind of the baseline of every user interface for podcasts.
So you pay $2 for a background?
No, basically the user interface, man. It's all about the user interface. It's really easy to find podcasts. It makes everything look good. It's got nice art. I don't know. Worth it to me. Because I listen to podcasts for like, a couple hours a day. So it seemed worth it to pay $2 to have a nice app to use. I might
regret asking this question. Does the Near the Wild podcast show up on PocketCast?
It definitely does.
Okay.
All right, then we love it. That's a great app, John. Good investment.
Worth the money. The money.
You should. I think you should check it out. I think it's worth it.
Okay, I'm in. I'm not sure Hulu's worth it.
No, Hulu's definitely not worth it. I found out that if you like pay the $10 a month or whatever it is for Hulu, they still show you fucking commercials.
No, they want $13.99 not to show you commercials, $7.99 without. But then I went on. They don't have whole seasons of stuff. They have the current shows I can watch on cable. So it's for all those cable cutters that go, I'm done with this. So now your bandwidth is going to cost you much as a cable.
Yeah, exactly.
To watch House. But only 6 episodes.
Yeah, I don't know. Why even watch something if there's not like 4 seasons of it to like burn through in a weekend? Why even start watching something?
No, and that's we just got what is it? The Silicon Valley came on again on HBO.
Yep.
So we're like, oh, good, and we watched 2, and Beck goes, play the next one. I go, it's not out yet, huh?
Meet you back here next Sunday.
Yeah, that was it. I go, what happened to this? This is like regular TV again.
Well, we
awful TV again.
We were out of town for the last 5 Walking Deads. So basically, yesterday was spent all day just binge watching, and that is really the best way to do it.
Did you dress up?
Of course.
Yeah, that was
each episode.
As a walker, you dressed up, or did you wear a suit and tie?
Both. Start out suit and tie. Then at one point, Tracy will bite me, and then then I become infected, and then I change into a walker. And that, if you time it right, you can get it right there at the end.
Perfect.
At the 90-minute bullshit fucking finale, season 6 finale.
Don't ruin it for me.
I'm just saying. It's just. You know, look, we all know Mike Myers did a great job of illustrating how ridiculous it is for a Bond villain to explain the elaborate death that he has planned for Mr. Bond. And then
Mike Myers, and then also,
and then it doesn't happen, and then he gets away, and then and like all you have to do is shoot him right there, because that's what's going to happen. If a guy's going to fight you, he's going to fucking fight you within the first 2-3 sentences. It's going to fucking happen. But yeah, so I don't want to give away the finale because you may or may not ever watch it.
It sounds like you gave up the last 60 minutes of it.
Is Hank Scorpio the bad guy in season 6?
Hank Scorpio. Where's that from? Is that from General Hospital?
That's the Bond villain from The Simpsons. That's a Simpsons reference for the fans out there.
Oh.
Did you put an S on that?
Yeah. Simpsons.
Fans.
For the fan. Oh,
fan.
There's a couple of us. We're a small but loyal bunch.
Still a great show.
Hey, I
haven't watched it in like 6 years, but I'm sure it's all right.
No,
I think they need to stop making some of the ethnic characters so ethnic.
No, I think it's over. No, I mean, no one really watches it anymore. I watch Bob's Burgers. We've talked about
Bob's Burgers is so good.
It's really good.
I've been watching that.
See, I'm waiting so I can binge it.
You can.
There's like 5 seasons. Stop waiting.
I mean,
Get on there.
really binge. 3-day weekend binge. Not just your run of the mill. I got a day off.
I got my rage peaked out a little bit. You can watch it now.
Hey, I just noticed in the ADN that they've taken an idea that started elsewhere in the country. We brought it to the parking lot at Coots, and now they're touting it as the new food hub down on K Street and 8th.
Yeah, what are the odds?
Yeah. I mean,
yeah, I'm sure the city's subsidizing it while they're cutting off things.
They're on city land.
Yeah, don't choke on your burger because we have no fire department, but we'll give you city land, put roach coaches all in one place. That way when they're not doing with the spice guys across the street, they can just whip the ambulance right over and fix your tuberculosis.
It does seem like a weird news story. Like, people are eating in a parking lot. I want a full page spread.
Oh yeah.
Well, you know what? You know, as much as I go, well, we really actually kind of started it, and it's great that you would give them city land to do this on, and not that. So I know most of them; they're all good people. But how'd you like to have a restaurant right next to them?
Yeah.
Yay! I can go get something without any overhead.
But that's over by the Park Strip, right?
Wherever K and 8th is. Yeah, that would be no. There's I saw businesses in the background. In the pictures.
Formerly businesses in the background.
Yeah, going out of business sale.
Why would I pay $60 for halibut when I get a cupcake for $1?
We're green. We use all paper plates.
Oh, the dish. You know the dish? Remember their classic commercials?
Oh, it was
the best
sushi
radio jingle ever.
Oh my god!
Yeah, I'll send you the link to one of their songs. Yeah.
No, I'll find it. I'll put it right here. Well, let's listen to a little bit right now.
Everybody come to the dish. There never was a spot that was quite like this. It's the dish. The dish. The dish. The dish. The dish. Enjoy a sake tea at the bar. Savor the best sushi that was rated 5-star. The #1 restaurant for Asian cuisine. So go and grab your friends and come and join the party.
now?
Yeah, it just finished.
Yeah. Well, anyway, yeah, they made the paper too. They apparently didn't just close the doors were locked because inside there were the IRS and all the people that they had money to divvying up their supplies inside.
Yeah.
I was like, wow, that was quick.
If you want to get a good deal on some wasabi dishes,
Or a Hobart mixer.
Yeah. Some of them haven't been used in years.
You know, isn't that the place that burned down and then they relocated to that location?
No, that was that one over there. It used to be a. Oh, what was it?
was
Robin's.
Pete?
Yeah, Pete's sushi place had a mystery fire in the middle of the night. And I go, it's kind of weird when you don't have a cook that you could have a fire.
I have nothing to say about Dish other than negative things. Should I pile on?
No, but apparently the landlord said they owed me 3 months rent. I mean, it's hard to pay people in sushi. You're like, here, have sushi. And then they closed, but they said they already have someone interested in take over the lease. So who knows?
Yeah, so that is a great location for growing a lot of pot.
We'll have another restaurant opening. We have so many restaurants. Our state is getting, I think, fat. I think we need to really be aware that we can't eat out every night. And this food isn't the most healthy food. I saw somebody put online they're having deep fried cheese, but done like chicken wings with hot sauce on it.
Ooh, where's that at?
That sounds delicious. Where do I get that?
But yeah, it just looked like it would cause a defibrillator to be brought out for dessert. And I went, and he's a bigger guy, and I go, I get it, but I go, really, when you have health problems, don't go kickstarting me or whatever, Indigo, go and try to get me to kick in for your medical. I go, hey, how are those cheese balls?
Whenever I see those, I want to make jokes and I want to talk shit about those like Indiegogo fund my medical procedure. But I know that as soon as I get sick, that's the first place I'm going.
No, but John, my problem is I don't know these people. They're like forwarded by somebody. I go, I have no idea who they are. Okay. They have 3 kids. I go, they should have thought of that before they forgot to get health insurance.
Well, I hope when I have to have surgery, you share it to your friends who don't know me.
Well, John, I would give you money because I know you, and I would want you to keep you around because you told me about this great app that I can get podcast clarity. And but I
was gonna wait to bring this up, but I'm gonna get calf surgery to pump up my calves a little bit. So if you guys want to kick into my Indiegogo account for my, I don't
think I've ever seen you in shorts.
Well,
you wear shorts?
I mean, I haven't because my calves are so, terrible.
He's calf conscious.
As soon as I get this surgery, these calf implants are going to change my life. I might never wear pants again.
He has calves so small, they'll eat sugar cubes right out of your hand.
I don't know. True. I don't know if you guys know about this, but Becker was talking about good food choices in Anchorage, and I did a quick search in Anchorage. I didn't see anything, so get ready for this. Nitrogen ice cream. Have you guys heard of this?
No,
I have. John, isn't that like, what do they call it? Like the dragon breath?
Oh, that sounds interesting.
I will buy that. Is it from China?
Well, what it is they use nitrogen. Well, they take the basic ingredients, which is basically cream, sugar, vanilla, and fruit or any kind of flavoring. They put that into a metal bowl that is like a mixer. You can get them cheap over there at the Dish. You get a mixer and you put those in there. You stir it up a little bit, and then you take this nozzle that's like frozen over, and it dumps nitrogen down into that bowl, liquid nitrogen. And since liquid nitrogen boils at minus 321 Fahrenheit, there is a lot of smoke that comes out of there.
But this isn't the stuff that you like eat and then you blow out smoke?
No.
Oh,
that's different.
Well, I have an ice cream update for you because that is your ice cream story is old news.
It sounds like it.
So you have vape ice cream?
Yeah, vaping now.
Why eat it, dude? I can just vape it.
We're trying to find a way to vape while we're eating.
So where is this, John? Where is this Narnia of ice cream that you speak of?
The videos are coming from the Philippines, so you know it's safe.
Ice cream, you scream, we all scream at vape cream. There's your jingle.
Oh, I just found a video. I'm going to send it to you.
Okay, great. Well, the nitrogen ice cream, the science behind it is that the faster that you can freeze that fat and water, the particles, the less ice crystals you're going to get. So it's going to be really creamy ice cream, and it is delicious. But they turned it up a notch because I've been to 3 different places when I was in Los Angeles, and they basically take the best one was it's an ice cream sandwich where they take a glazed donut. Heat it, slice it in half, and then put the patty of ice cream sprinkled with, some crushed up Fruity Pebbles or something like that because it's not sweet enough. And it is fucking delicious, John. And I don't need to blow out smoke.
Talking about. You just summed up what I'm talking about.
I know. I'm glad you reminded me.
So when your arteries are all clogged from your nitrous ice cream, that turns out you need the ice crystals. That adds water, which hydrates you. It's a dead gel, but don't worry, the government will ban it if it's illegal. Wow. So you've had this then?
Oh, it's delicious.
What do you think the cost to start up?
Well, I actually looked online. There's like how-tos, like Instructables and some of these DIY sites on how to make liquid nitrogen ice cream yourself at home.
It can't be that expensive. Liquid nitrogen is not that expensive to get.
And you can get it, yeah.
You could probably use propane.
Yeah, you can use propane.
Instead of blowing smoke, you blow fire.
Yeah, let it air out a little bit. It's a food truck. It's fine. So just every day, I want to get a food truck, put it in that carnival, and just every time you keep changing what you sell. Like hottest chili from hell. Next day, you're like hoagies, all hoagies. We're still in litigation over that chili.
I love food trucks, man. I like the idea.
No, I like them, but I'm just saying it's just weird. I mean, that's been the argument in New York and Chicago. Is brick and mortar places are going, well, you're kind of cut into our business. They go, well, no, but people love it. I go, yeah, the people who didn't have to pay for a staff to stand there with their finger.
But in Anchorage, it's not because you're not allowed to prep your food in your food truck. You still have to rent a commercial kitchen space.
Yep.
So a lot of these food trucks are like renting the kitchens from
local restaurants,
from the restaurants that they're stealing business from.
And
so it works out.
And as we know, the kitchen is really, without serving the food, is the most high dollar place to make money. So you got $10 an hour chefs stand there going, what do I do? And they go, nothing. They're going to come fix it in the kitchen in front of you. I bet they bought the dish. They're just going to use the dish. They all use the same kitchen.
That would be a fucking great idea. That's to have a large commercial kitchen that is just basically one huge like test kitchen.
Because they're all of a sudden like the food truck population in Anchorage has blown up. I was out at this art thing last weekend, and then there's more all over the place.
Yeah.
Well, I mean that's what we're going down to. We're going to just have they'll be able to cash your dividends soon. Just get it in monkey tail dollars, and you can just. It's like the carnival all the time.
Isn't that what we want?
I
that
guess
sounds like a beautiful society.
This will replace oil.
I did see that one thing in the paper today, the ADN once again, with the freshwater seals.
Yeah,
that was pretty amazing. That
they're stealing my shit.
Well, the whole town is based on. Well, I mean, they were making money off of Pebble Mine because Pebble Mine was high. What they do is they spread all this money around to the local villages so no one talks shit. And they were using them for paramedic services and just some blue collar jobs. And while they were doing that, it ended up that people started noticing these freshwater seals that for centuries had established a colony in this little town. And now it turns out that they're making tons of money off that. And Pebble Mine is all but gone for now.
Yeah.
So that money went away.
I'm trying to make a video about these freshwater seals. But every picture you see of them is from like a plane very high up, and there's only like 2 pictures. So
or perhaps a drone.
It's going to be a drone. But I'm thinking it's going to be a lot harder than I think to find these seals.
Oh, yeah, because it looks like there's like the seals. You just walk down the end of this road and you'll see them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm coming up with? I came up with a brilliant idea because I looked into the drone too, and that this freshwater seals. I mean, that would be brilliant. It would be not in harm's way. You'd have a couple $100 at risk if your drone crashed.
Sure.
They could get a drone to go get your drone. But
there you go.
long as you don't have to come near the wildlife, you're good. But what I came up with was the battery life on drones is the biggest problem, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
So what I came up with was just put poles all over that have low current electric. You know how you charge a phone by setting it on the little pad?
Yeah.
So you land your drone on these things that recharges them, and then you take off and keep flying.
Oh, so it's
Then
like a charging pad that it lands
Yeah,
on.
but you can fly all over the city. Just keep flying. You just land and charge. And
So you'd put
Take
charging pads
yeah, charging pads
like on top of buildings and stuff.
everywhere, anywhere. Top of food trucks.
But isn't
Oh.
isn't one of the limitations the range of the control?
That
No,
isn't
the-
ever.
They've
Well, I
got the
mean-
range now where you can actually do it through like a signal that basically the same way they do it with Skype, say. You can connect through the internet, and then anywhere it can get a Wi-Fi signal, you can control it. So you could basically do it. It's equivalent to like a phone. Your phone works everywhere in the city. So basically they're going to send the information through a phone call, and you control it with that. But what's killing you is 28 minutes and you got to be back.
Yeah.
Not now. Not with Matt's new charging pads.
Matt's charging pads.
Mm-hmm.
Becker, you're solving some big problems here.
I've
I
been
don't-
just on this.
These are way bigger than Near the Wild. You need to take this to the top. Run it up a flagpole.
Or a charging station.
Yeah, but I mean, and perfect advertising, you know. I like to charge at Matt's charging post.
I think this idea has wings. Get it? All right.
Oh, that's
All
already
right.
taken. You're being
Yeah.
sued right now as you speak.
Damn it.
Yeah, you're being sued by Red Bull right now, dude.
I see lawyers walking up my driveway right now. I saw a movie last night.
John, you saw a movie?
This is what we're talking about. I saw the movie Green Room, and you guys should see it. It's awesome.
Green Room.
Green Room. It's about a punk band that goes to play a show at a neo-Nazi bar, and then they are trapped there, and there's murder and mayhem and all sorts of stuff, and it's tense and incredible. And Matt Collins and I went to go see it last night, and we were the only ones in the theater. So
No, you saw that movie in a theater?
yeah,
I remember seeing a preview for that, and I thought, this is straight to video, right? This isn't.
no, you got to go see it. It's good.
What'd you pay to go see it?
You got to drop $10 to go see it.
Really, $7.99 Hulu.
It's definitely not on Hulu.
Yeah, it's on Hulu.
Definitely not on Hulu. And you want to go
Green
see
Room.
it in a big. Get the experience. Go see it in a big empty theater. That's what you want.
With-
John,
with-
Green Room 2 is on Hulu right now.
I don't trust Hulu.
It probably is on Netflix.
It's not. It's not, guys. It's not.
John, I
gotta
swear
go- you
this
gotta-
this smelled like direct to video release when I saw it.
Man, you will be surprised.
All right.
I think you'll love it, Greg.
I do
think
remember seeing
as-
it, but I passed on it. No, it
As
was
someone who's been in bands, I think you would appreciate it.
all right. I get it. It seemed a little too. Well, it just seemed like it wasn't going to be authentic. It seemed like they were screaming for a story, like to have a green room and then to have these people kidnapped in the green room. It just like it's a horror movie, right?
It's kind of an action movie. I think it's the director calls it a siege thriller, like Assault on Precinct 13. So it's not really a horror movie. It's more of an action movie, but
Well,
it's tense.
Maybe
So out of
that's
everyone, 2 people thought Siege Killer sounds like a good idea.
I was gonna say maybe that's the problem. Is like I saw I saw the trailer, I read the little synopsis wherever I saw it, and I walked away thinking, "Oh, horror flick," and it's a siege thriller.
I didn't know anything about it. Matt Collins just asked if I wanted to go, and I had not seen a trailer, had not read anything about it.
No, you shouldn't because you wouldn't have gone.
I went in completely blind.
Yeah.
And
I don't understand why the theater doesn't come in and go, "Hey, you guys want to go see a movie in 3D?" And then we don't have to fucking turn on the projector.
Yeah, we'll save the electricity.
they don't. I mean, all the projectors are just run by a computer in Indiana somewhere. So there's like one. I don't know. There's like people wearing suits and stuff walking around Century 16. I don't know what they're doing. They're not working. But we did, after the movie, we did talk to these people who set up the displays. You know those big cardboard displays they have for movies that are coming out?
Yeah, like the point of sale. It's like the big cardboard cutout that says Minions 5 coming soon.
Yeah. And so they have these new ones that you like sit in or you put your face in to take
Oh,
your picture.
photo ops. Yeah.
Yeah.
There'll be a
So
bench.
we saw them putting that like a big Ninja Turtle one together when we walked out, and we started talking to the supervisor guy who had a very high voice that we weren't expecting, so we kept talking to him. And he was trying to recruit us to put together some displays for him, and he was telling us how he got into it, and it sounded like he just fell into it, and it ended up being like this like really great job. And then at the end, he's like, "Yeah, they pay us like $30 to do this." And I was like, "Wait, I thought you just said it takes 6 to 7 hours." He's like, "Yeah." It's like that.
We kind of milk the clock with what we do here, but you'll be able to work your own hours. So you guys live around here?
Yeah, so I know why the theater hires you if they pay you $30.
Yeah. We're on all the theaters are on most major bus routes, so except for getting it on and off the bus.
You can't do it in a high voice, Becker.
Oh, sorry, yeah. Oh my God, can't believe it. Disney.
One of the upsides is we got all the free popcorn at the end of the night. I don't know if you guys are interested in that, but
that is a spooky accurate depiction of his movies.
That was amazing, Greg.
It's like you were there.
So I don't know. You guys want to give me your number, or maybe we can have coffee or something? Maybe I don't know what you're comfortable with, your comfort level, but like I said, it's $30 an hour. And that's a supervisor's pay.
Oh no, it's 30. It's not 30 an hour. It's 30 for the project.
Oh,
yeah, $30.
Wow.
Greg, if it was 30 an hour, I wouldn't be here right now. I'd be putting together displays at the movie theater.
You could use my mom's van. It's like he wants out of this job so bad
that he just has to find he has to tap someone else to do the work, and then
it's like a curse. It's like a curse. You have to pass it on to somebody else before you're free.
And Top Cardboard Builder gets free entrance to Hangover 5.
Yeah, they say they're going to take us to the after party for the rap party for Hangover 5. The top builders. There's one kid from used to work IKEA. He's pretty much a shoe-in. But you guys look like you know what you're doing.
I look at you guys. You look like it's like folding pizza boxes.
We find that past pizza employees have had a distinct advantage in this operation. I don't know. You interested?
I'm interested. I wasn't hot on the idea before talking to you guys about it, but I'm pretty excited about this new career.
The guy's fingers are all paper cut up. He's like bleeding while he's talking to you. It's cool.
He was a pretty hands-off supervisor. He had 2 other people. I don't know. They must have been slaves. I don't know. But,
so they all split $30 to put a cardboard cutout up?
I guess. I'm not really sure how the breakdown works.
I think it's Rochambeau right towards the last hour.
John, don't sweat the details in these job interviews. Don't.
No. You know what? I asked where the bathroom is and when do I start? That's all I need to know.
When do we get a break?
No breaks.
You get a break once you assemble the stool in the display. So, John, are you taking that job?
Yeah. As long as they give me Tuesday lunch hour to record Near the Wild, we're good.
Until Becker and I started goofing on you, I know you were trying to recruit us because you get a bump in pay. Yeah.
I was mostly a pyramid scheme.
I was laughing because, as we know, Matt's arm isn't the most flexible.
Oh no, it'd be a struggle.
But he's looking at him going, "Yeah, you'd be great at putting cardboard together."
We don't call it a disability. We call it a different kind of advantage.
Differently abled.
The low 5.
No, but it seriously looked like this guy like backed up a van at like the what do you call a special needs center?
At the special needs center.
He went to the Special Olympics and grabbed a couple people and is paying them like $2 an hour to put together cardboard displays.
Yeah. And they're happy for the job. Well, they're happy anyway.
They're happy.
That's like the food people at Costco. They're the same way.
Because it was just one of those things that like I just figured like some teenager making $8 an hour was putting those together all day at Century, but they actually pay like a crew of 3 people like next to nothing to put them together.
No, do they get to keep them when they're done or something? Is there more?
The guy said they throw them in the garbage when they're done.
Oh, see, there's
really,
the thing.
that might be the thing. Get the job to get them.
No, you work at the theater, and you work the days that they switch them out, probably like on a Tuesday or a Wednesday, and then you take those and sell. You make more money selling those on eBay.
That's the whole game. All right, yeah. You got the guy's number, John?
The shipping.
What, paper that you fold up? Yeah.
Oh, they're huge.
I know. If that's a problem, shipping, that's my specialty.
Hey, how many people threw those posters away that you like to collect, Greg?
War of the Gargantuas? Yeah, I know. It's fucking, and now it's fucking crazy. Those are all from fucking movie theaters in the 1950s and 60s. Some of them haven't been opened since I opened it after winning it on an eBay sale.
I just looked up theater displays on eBay, and for some reason, one of the top things it sent me was a Paul Walker beach towel. So it's a beach towel with a big picture of Paul Walker on it.
Oh, Fast and Furious.
And I didn't know this. I didn't know this existed. But now that I know, I just sent you this really long, weird link. There we go. So just in time for your trip to the beach, take it down to Mexico. Is that Cheech?
No, this is one of the things I bought it when back we had that neat stuff. It was a wisecracker, but the guy got them in Spanish, so it only says Spanish. And I was like, "This is the greatest thing ever!" And I put it inside of one of those little when the Taco Bell dog was out.
Yeah.
Little Chihuahua, I put it inside that, so when you'd squeeze it, it would swear in Spanish, and people were like, "Where did you get that?" I go, "Taco Bell." I thought it was offensive. I cleaned theaters once, right out of high school. I got a job. Place was hiring it. It was to clean movie theaters. It was an interesting job.
What kind of theaters?
Regular. It was a two projector theater, and they eventually went under. But yeah, it was whatever. It paid like minimum, but I worked I went in. Whatever. When the theater closed at 11 at night, I cleaned it till 5 in the morning.
Don't they clean it in between movies?
No, that was my job.
So you clean it at the end of the night. So like
I went in, just swept it all out and did it, and you had a blower, so you had one of those backpack blowers that you just not gas powered, of course, but the cord getting caught on all the fucking seats was the worst.
This was before they cleaned in between movies, so that if you go to the last showing, like you're gonna
just
stick
be
to the floor.
Pile of popcorn and soda pop at the bottom. Like
that was when you said that was I was going, what did I do that was so funny? I go, oh yeah, theaters, because see, blowing it all down was great, and then you sweep it up, but going up and down that fucking vaulted parking garage like ramp, my calves were huge. I was already an Olympic swimmer, so I already had the calves for it.
I'm so jealous of you right now, Becker.
I know. That's what I was just thinking. John, get a job in a theater. Go up and down. You're in. But
I'd just rather have surgery. It seems.
You know what I did one night? This is when they sent the movies. So I took the movie and I put it on to watch it while I cleaned because nobody's around, and they didn't have cameras, ironically, then. So I turn it on. What I didn't do is it didn't hook in the bottom reel. So I have, at that time in my mind, it was $1 million picture. I watch it. There's 2 reels, so the 2 are set up. So I go, I'll just run it, rewind it. I watched the guy do it before. I was like, all right, good. I turned it on. I clean. Next reel comes up. I go, I got to turn it up. The entire spool of film was on the floor. And there was hair on it because I didn't clean the office yet.
Yeah.
And so I reeled it by hand and never heard much about it. But I remember when they used to drop it off, they do it like Fort Knox. They show up in an armored truck, brought the movies in.
Big cases. They're like big cases, right?
Yeah. And that was the original copies. But if you were going to make bootlegs, that was the job to have at the time.
Yeah.
That's still how they did it up until like the last couple of years. Now that they do everything's digital, and they just they send it via a satellite uplink. But they used to even 2 or 3 years ago, I'd see people dropping off movies in big lock cases, and it's like those Loomis Fargo armored trucks.
Yeah.
Well, you know what nobody understood when I was in the midst of doing this, there was a certain group of people figured something out that like 3-day weekend movies. Back then you didn't have credit, so you had to use cash. They stole from a 16-year-old kid going to the bank to make deposits after Memorial Day weekend. They stole $285,000 in 1988. I think it would have been maybe 87. because this kid was in charge of making the deposits because, of course, they couldn't take it from the bank yet. So they waited till the weekend. Here he was in the parking lot. They stuck a gun in his face. He went, take it. And it was all cash. And people were robbing banks, everything, and getting nothing. And it was like, once word got out, they went, what do we do? That's that guy, the cardboard guy.
Cardboard guy.
Cardboard guy. But it was really funny. I went, oh my God, there was so much more money in movie theaters back then. Nobody noticed.
Back then, yeah, especially after a 3-day weekend. But going back to when you were cleaning it, that would have been the way. Set up in the like dead center, about 3/4 of the way up, video camera, and just run the movies, and you would have your bootleg movies ready to go, ready to be sold for $1. Yeah.
Perfect. Yeah. And nobody was around. Nobody ever came in.
Sure.
And I always, blocked the doors in case they did. But yeah, the ruin in the movie was really the worst. I forget what movie it was even, but I just remember freaking out. There was tape everywhere on the floor. And I'm like going, You're
trying to push the door open. It won't even open because there's so much fucking spent reel.
When you panic, you think things take longer. I had to find one or the other end of the goddamn tape in this file. And it felt like I was in a ball machine, one of those ball play lands for about an hour and a half going, where the fuck is the end? I was going to cut the movie and just start in the middle.
I bet, for 3 weeks after that, everybody going to that theater to watch Cannonball Run was like, this movie looks like shit.
No, but yeah, there was hairs and stuff on the movie, which I didn't realize. That's why they keep them so pristine. It turns out when you project a hair on a screen, it looks like a hair on a screen.
It looks like a rope. It's huge, yeah.
It was horrible. But I never heard anything about it. So.
Yeah. Well, they needed someone to clean. No one wanted to do
that. Nobody. That was it. They go, we know what you did, but we're not cleaning. You're in. Oh, we got one big news story, too. This is how slow our news has been up here. Is the Alaska troopers are investigating a stolen pallet of mortar mix weighing several thousand pounds.
Dang.
It was stolen sometime at 11:41 a.m. That's pretty accurate for sometime. Sunday, a day of normal rest. But apparently if you're stealing thousands of pounds of mortar mix off North Fork Road.
In the middle of the day. That is a bold crime.
Yeah, that's someone with some guts and in a desperate need of cement.
The theft took place sometime in the last 3 weeks. It was reported at 11:41 a.m.
11:41 over 11:41 at some time in the last 3 weeks, but it was definitely at 11:41.
But the reason I love this crime is when you think crime doesn't pay. They stole thousands of pounds of mortar mix sometime in the last 3 weeks. They said the mortar mix was worth $400.
Yeah.
Oh my God. There's more money in putting up those displays at movie theaters than there is stealing mortar mix. These guys both got hernias stealing mortar. What do you mean I'm not covered? You're covered in mortar mix.
In other news, I'm unveiling my new sculpture. It's a giant sculpture of the three of us and the bus. I recently came into thousands of pounds of mortar mix and took about a week to complete, but it's going to be real nice.
That is great. Is it going to be downtown and at the new outdoor museum?
I'm gonna put it in the K and 8th parking lot so people can enjoy it
at the food hub.
Eat their lunch.
Yeah.
Oh, and my nephew came up here. My nephew from Iowa. He went on to be a school teacher and then went on to teach up to 11 kids, part of the academic decathlon, which was very hard to explain to anyone in Alaska because our team was all homeschooled.
Yeah,
from Alaska, so nobody knew them except their families. Because again, they don't.
Turns out there is an I in team at homeschooling.
Yeah. So he comes up here and they took third in the nation. So good for, and against Chinese kids too. So China wants in, right? They want to have more teams. And he said that they encourage them. They have to do 700 hours of academics to get into this.
Wow. So
getting 11 kids to do 700 hours and then but they all pretty much end up with scholarships in Ivy League schools. So these kids are smart as a whip. So they rented a house over in Bear Valley, which I've never been to, and I had to go find it. Very tricky. But they took third, so I stopped over to go spend some time with them because their schedule, he flew out Saturday night. So I go meet him. I walk into the house. Tell me this isn't great. 11 high school kids that all are book learned playing poker. And
that's where the real money is.
Yeah, hi guys.
Becker walks in. Now
I'm Kevin's uncle. I'm Kevin's uncle. You guys want to play? Do the card tricks for him. And when I told him when we talked privately, and I said, this is going to blow their minds because these are really smart kids. Smart kids can't handle magic.
Yeah.
Because they go, I have to know how you did it.
Yeah.
I get it, but I have to know. Yeah. So I did it magic for them. They blew their minds. Then we played poker, and like a bad cartoon, I told them, don't win in the beginning, win at the end. So as the game's wrapped up, I hit one hand, I get some chips. The next hand, I go, oh, I'll bet heavy. I bet heavy. I show the kid behind me. And I got like an ace 10. And I go, oh, and I keep betting and they keep calling. And I go, I have a straight. And the last card isn't hit yet. I throw my cards face up like a cartoon. The kid turns the card over. Oh, a queen. I go straight. One kid had 3 10s. The other kid had 3 something else's. And so, yeah, they were like they go, how did he do that? Like that was the ultimate. Now get on a plane, go home, and realize you're not as smart as you think. You took third. You took third. First place would have known how I did it. Well, congratulations.
That's rough.
On an amazing
Third place doesn't get a full ride scholarship either. They better get good at poker.
No, that's it. They were all thinking they were good. So that was my story of the week. Oh, Cinco de Mayo plans? Anyone?
Yeah, I'm starting today.
Oh, you? Oh, yeah, that's right. You're Margarita.
With my Cyril Margarita.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to eat some Mexican food, but that's not even like a thing that I'm saving for Cinco de Mayo. That's just a thing I do most days.
You know, I think now that you mentioned that, Becker, I think we'll go to Mexico for Cinco de Mayo and see what they do. I'm pretty sure we're only 7 miles from the border here in Bisbee, and I'm pretty sure they don't do anything over there, right?
Dress like Prince, try to get painkillers at all the pharmacies. Come on. Tradition. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, no, that's it. You're near the border.
Are you going to do something for Cinco de Mayo?
We have a bit of a party going. Yeah, we're going to have a lot of things going on at the bar. So it's going to be I think it'll be a fun one. Thursdays are always good. When it's an early holidays, like all of them, St. Patrick's Day, everything, Tuesday and back are usually pretty lame because everyone's got to work. But Thursdays have always been good. So, yeah, it's going to be fun. And I'm making a big Donald Trump piñata.
Nice.
It's going to be fantastic.
With hair?
Oh, yeah, the hair is a big part. I'm going to have it full of money, though. So when you hit it, boom, money falls out. Thank you for listening to another episode of Near the Wild. I'm Matt Becker, sitting on a bus in Anchorage, Alaska.
I'm John Norris, dressed like a woman in a woman's bathroom in Anchorage, Alaska.
And I'm Ggreg Chaille, back in Bisbee, Arizona. Goodbye! You've been listening to the Near the Wild podcast with Matt Becker and John Norris, recorded in Anchorage, Alaska on Matt Becker's Backyard Bus. Engineered by me, Ggreg Chaille.